it is Coach K. Marie here, and today we are going to build a landing page together. This is the back end of my CoachGrowth solutions. Your landing page is going to be two pieces. It's going to be a form and it's going to be a page. Okay, so I'm going to forecast. I'm thinking ahead, and I know that if you are building a page for your lead magnet, that lead magnet is eventually going to be some type of a funnel. Okay. Now, if you don't know what a funnel is, don't overthink it. A funnel is the pathway by which we turn a looker into a buyer. And that first step is someone either downloading the lead magnet, your lead magnet, or it's someone booking a phone call with you. When someone books a discovery call with you or a client enrollment call, of course, that happens a lot quicker because they see you on social media or they meet you in person at an event, or maybe even they're a referral. You guys connect together somehow via conversation and you say, you know what, I think we should book a discovery call. You send them your discovery call link. They click the link, book on your calendar. You guys meet at that scheduled time that they have selected that works for both of you. And then you talk to them for 15 minutes. You close them on the call, right? They're either a good fit client and they're ready to enroll right then, or they're not a good fit client. Maybe they come back later, right? So with the call, things happen a lot faster, but I know that sometimes it can feel a little bit easier as a coach to also have a lead magnet. So you can not only talk about the fact that you have free 10-minute or 15-minute calls, you also can talk about the fact that you have some free thing. Okay. Most people do like ebooks, but I would not recommend doing an ebook because you don't want to write an entire book and give that away for free because most people are not going to read the entire ebook anyways. Okay. So you want to do something a little bit shorter, something that's a lot more digestible. Really think about your ideal client. Most of you guys and most of the best clients that you find are going to be people that are inundated with issues, meaning that they are overflowing with issues and they have too many problems and not enough solutions. And that's why they're willing to pay for coaching. Okay. So you want to keep in mind if someone has a lot going on in their life, or if they're super busy, but they're still having this problem, or if this problem is causing a lot of things to go on in their life, they don't have time to read a 30, 40, 50 page ebook. Okay. They're looking for a much shorter solution, something small, just something to get them started that's going to give them a quick win and give them a small win. Okay. We're not talking about big transformation, but they just want something that's going to satisfy their appetite, almost like an appetizer. That's how I describe my lead magnet. The lead magnet is the appetizer and the coaching program is the main entree. Okay. So you want to think of something like a worksheet. We like one worksheet, two worksheets maximum. You want to think of something like a guide, like a 3-step guide or a 3-page guide. If you're a health coach, maybe, hey, this is my top 3 recipes for weight loss. If you are struggling with self-discovery, download this worksheet and listen to the guided audio. Okay, something that can be completed in less than an hour. Something that could be downloaded, read, and completed in less than an hour, or downloaded and consumed in less than an hour if you wanted to do like a pre-recorded like 10-minute or 15-minute video training or meditation or something like that. Okay. That's what we're thinking about for lead magnets. So you can decide what your lead magnet is. There's an entire step 3 talks about generating leads inside of the Platinum Coaching Mentorship portal. So feel free to go there and dive into that content in step 3. But let's get to the technical side of things. Okay. So we're going to start. When you log into your CoachGrowth Solutions, you want to go on the left-hand side and click Sites. Okay. So once you click Sites, that brings us here. And this is where the portion of your system where your funnels are, your websites are, blogs, and client portal, form, surveys, all kinds of good stuff. So you're going to spend a lot of time in here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to click New Funnel in the top right-hand corner. And it's going to ask us, do we want to do from blank or do we want to do a template? Okay. And I always build from blank because I know what I want. And you guys can build from a template if you'd like to, but I'm going to go blank because I want this to be as simple as possible. Okay. Your landing page for your lead magnet needs to be super simple. You may be asking me, Kelly, what's a landing page? I know what a website is, but what's a landing page? A landing page is a one-page website, just one page with no menu at the top, and no menu at the bottom, meaning that once you land on that page, there's nothing on that link that you can on that page that you can click. There's no links to go anywhere else. And the only way you can get to that page is if someone gives you the direct link to that page, which is what you will be doing. When we build this landing page, I'm going to show you, it's going to spit out a link for us. And we're going to copy that link and you're going to put it in your social media bios. You can share it on your social platforms. You can share it with other people if you meet them in person at a conference or a networking event and they want to download your free lead magnet, whatever it is. Okay. So we're going to put in here, I'm going to name this funnel Test Lead Magnet. And I'm going to hit create. And that's going to create our funnel. And funnels are normally comprised of more than one page. There's normally steps in a funnel. So the first step may be, hey, download my lead magnet. Then after they download your lead magnet, then they get added to your email list or your text message list. And then you may want to send them a few emails that introduce them to who you are as a business and what it is that you offer. Maybe share some client reviews, build a relationship. Getting to know your clients is just like dating. You don't want to, on the first date, say, marry me, buy my six-figure coaching offer. Okay. The Holy Spirit. You don't want to meet somebody and say, buy my 4-figure coaching offer, my $1,000 something, $2,000, $5,000, whatever it is, right? You don't want to do that immediately. You want to build the relationship first. Business is about relationships, okay? It always has been. So we're going to click add a new step over here on the left-hand side. And I'm going to put in landing page. And I'm going to click create funnel step. You don't have to fill out those other 2 boxes. We have a page, okay? Now it's asking me, do I want to use an existing page because I have other funnel pages, or do I want to really create this from blank? And I'm going to click create from blank because I want to show you how easy it is to use CoachGrowth Solutions. It's a drag and drop system, meaning all we have to do is find the elements that we want and we have to drag from the left over to the right, okay? So I want to add a section. So right now we've got a blank page. There's nothing on it. So I'm going to click add a section. Bam, I got a section. Then I'm going to click add a row inside of there. And I think I want just a 1 column. This is going to be a simple page here. Okay. And then I'm going to click add an element. So on this page, I want to have a headline. Then I want to do a subheadline. Then I'm going to write 1 paragraph about my lead magnet. And then I'm going to hit this plus button one more time and I'm going to put a form there. Okay? Because I want a form. Now, you see what happens when I click form? We don't have a form. We have to go make one. Okay? So we're going to click here and that's going to open up a new window on my computer. And it's going to take me over to the part of CoachGrowth Solutions where I need to make my form. Every landing page should have a form on it. A form is those boxes where it says put in your name and email and hit subscribe, or put in your name, email, and phone number, or put in your email and phone number. You get to decide what information you want from your potential clients. Okay, so now we're in the form section. So I'm going to click add a form in the top right-hand corner here, and I'm going to put start from scratch because I like to start from scratch. You can use a template if you want to. And bam, I got a form. So I'm going to click up here in the pencil, and I'm going to put, and you can slow this down if you want to, but I'm going to put in here test lead magnet form. I got to capitalize this. This is going to bother me if I don't. Test lead magnet form. And it automatically gave us, even though I clicked built from scratch, it automatically gave us first name, last name, email, phone number. Okay. I'm just going to click on last name and hit the X because I don't need that. But everything else I would like to have. Okay. This is a terms and conditions button. It just means that they're agreeing to receive text messages from you. I would leave that there if you want text messages. If you don't want text messages, you can scroll over it and hit the X. If you don't want their phone number, if you don't want their name, you can click on it and hit X. Super easy, right? But first name, email, phone number, that's normally what I go for. I like to mention people by their first name when I send text messages and stuff like that. So I like to know people's first name because it's more personal, right? We're building relationships. So I'm going to click on the button here. And you'll notice on the left-hand side is the preview window. So anytime you click something in the preview window on the left-hand side, the ability to edit that thing pops up on the right-hand side. So when I click this button, because I really want to change the name of this button to like subscribe, right? So when I click this on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, I get the option to edit what the button says. And you're going to notice when I type in the right-hand side, it pops up on the left-hand side. So where it says button, I'm going to put subscribe. You could also put something fun if you want to put send me the worksheet or say I need this. That's fun too. I need this. So you can put subscribe, submit, whatever you want. When you're done, you're going to put save. And it's done it's saved. Okay. Now I'm actually going to change the color of this button because this is not my brand colors. Okay. If you've got brand colors, if you've made your brand colors inside of canva.com, you can go to Canva and Canva will give you a 6-digit code for your color. But if you don't have that yet, then you'll just look for your color. I usually like to use like a Tiffany blue type shade. That's my vibe. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Make sure you hit save every single time you change something on your form or on your pages as you're building. Make sure you hit save. Okay. So I'm done. That's it. I got my form. So I'm going to go back over to my previous tab. We're back over here. Okay. And I'm going to exit out of this. I'm just going to hit the refresh button so that, oh, wait, I got to hit save. You see how it warned me? It's like, hey, listen, that orange dot right there is telling me to save. Okay, so I hit save. I'm just going to refresh here so that we can make sure that my form is showing in there. Taking a little bit of time to refresh. Refresh. All right, so I'm going to click right here in this blue box where it says you don't have any forms yet. And I'm going to hit the drop down button. And you see it's loading. I can just type in test lead magnet form. And there's the form we just made. And bam, there's the form we just made. So it's on the page. We got that. I'm going to hit save to make sure it's saved. Okay. Now, let me think of an idea. What can I do as a lead magnet? I'm going to go over to my AI, my handy AI. I use copy.ai. You can use ChatGPT if you want. This one's paid, but it doesn't matter. It depends on what you're using it for. But I'm just going to put in here, write me landing page copy for my free downloadable worksheet that helps high value women. Let's see. That helps high value women identify what triggers their imposter syndrome. I just made that up. I do a lot of videos for high value women that talk about imposter syndrome. And so if I was to do a lead magnet, I would do a lead magnet that helps high value women identify what triggers their imposter syndrome. Because if they know what triggers it, then they're going to want more help with really overcoming the imposter syndrome, which is what my coaching program would do. Okay. So if you have not created your offer, go to step 2 inside of Platinum Coaching Mentorship and go through those videos on creating your offer. You want to create your offer first. And then once you have your full coaching offer like thought out, then you can think backwards and say, what's one baby step I can help my ideal client achieve? And that's what your lead magnet should be created around. If you're not sure, if you're still not sure, like if you know what your coaching offer is, but you're still not sure what your lead magnet could be, then just write up a small description of your coaching program, just one paragraph of the ultimate transformation that you help your ideal client achieve. Come over to ChatGPT and put in, hey, ChatGPT, this is a description of my coaching program. Give me some lead magnet ideas, and it will give you some lead magnet ideas, okay? So here's what it came up with for landing page. Welcome, high value women. Do you ever feel like you're not good enough or competent despite your accomplishments? You may be suffering from imposter syndrome, which can hold you back from reaching your full potential. Don't worry, our free downloadable worksheet is here to help. Our worksheet guides you through powerful exercises to identify what triggers your imposter syndrome. With this tool, you'll gain awareness, insights, and strategies to overcome these feelings of self-doubt and take control of your success. Are you ready to break free from imposter syndrome's grip and unlock your full potential? Download our worksheet now. Perfect. That's it. You see how short that is? Short, sweet, to the point. It's something that's free. We don't need a long page. So I'm going to take this first sentence here and I'm going to make that my headline. I'm just going to copy and paste right there. If you want to customize this, you can. I'm going to take this last piece here. I'm going to copy and paste that. Bam. Okay. Now this spacing looks a little weird. You know what? I actually, let's see. I have this subheadline. Let's take this. You may be suffering from imposter syndrome. I'm going to put that as my subheadline. Okay, so you see how the spacing is weird? I'm going to click here, and the easiest way to do this, I'm going to click here, and on the right-hand side, I'm going to scroll down, and this is the margins and padding for this section. So I'm just going to go under here, and I'm going to put 20. You see how it's spaced that out? Maybe even 40, okay? Now, I want this to be spaced a little bit better. This looks real long. I'm going to just change the justification here. I clicked over here on the left-hand side. That gave me this option. Okay. So I've got that. I've got my title. Now this spacing still looks a little bit weird to me. I'm going to see what this looks like if it's a little bit bigger. So you see how I can change my font size over there. I clicked over here. It changed my font size. This is a subheadline. I'm just going to highlight this and italicize. You see, when you highlight the words, you have all the same settings as you do if you were in like a Word document, a traditional Word document. Okay, so this is my landing page. I'm going to hit save. The only other thing, honestly, that I would have you add to this is a picture of your lead magnet. So if it's a worksheet and you've designed that worksheet in canva.com, which is what I recommend, go to canva.com, design the worksheet there. Or if you have a designer do it, you want to add a cover sheet. So just add a cover sheet that has the cover in the title, and you could show that cover sheet to your lead magnet, and that way you can keep the worksheet a secret. Does that make sense? Because if you just had one worksheet and you took a screenshot of the worksheet that you made and you put it on this page, someone may just look at the image and say, well, I don't need to download it now because I can see the whole worksheet, right? So the only other thing you may want to add to this is a picture. If you want to add a picture, what you'll do is you'll scroll over the boxes, you'll hit the plus button. This is where I would add my picture, and you'll just click image, and that adds an image right there, and you can add an image of your worksheet cover. Now, on the left-hand side, if you click on top of this image, on the right-hand side, these are the image options, and you know you're at the image options because it says image, right? So if I click the top here, the headline, you see I'm in the headline. If I click the subheadline, I see I'm in the subheadline settings. If I click the text, I see I'm in the paragraph settings. If I click the form, I see I'm in the form settings. So I'm going to click the image. We're in the image settings. And I'm going to scroll down and click this little icon right here. This is where I can change my image, okay? So I'm going to upload from media library, which is what you should select. And when you're uploading from media library, this is going to pull up all of the images that you have used. Now, if you have not put any images in here, you're going to click upload file. That will open up the file on your computer, like the file finder, and you can find the image that you want. I'm just going to find an image of a lead magnet. I've got all my reviews in here and all these little fun videos and everything. So let's just say if this was my lead magnet, I'm going to double click that, and there's my image that's in there, okay? Now, you see how big this is? I'm going to go over here to height, and I'm just going to type in 500, and that'll make that a lot smaller, okay? So there we go. That's my page. I'm going to hit save. Now, listen, most of your clients are going to come to your website on mobile view. So it's really important that you make sure that this is easy to read on mobile view. So up here, you'll see this desktop mode icon, and then you'll see this little thing that looks like a phone, and I can click mobile, and this is what it looks like on mobile view. Now you see how this is a little funky? I don't really like that. You know what? I'm actually going to go back to desktop view here. I'm actually going to take this image off because I don't like that sizing. I would rather it look like this without the image. But if you can, try to get an image on there that doesn't have a funky sizing. And it's probably because I changed the sizing of the image when I put in that 500 that made it look a little funky. The only other thing that I don't like, right, about this page is a little empty. So I'm going to click in the background here. And when I click in the background, we've got background color pops up. And I'm going to change this background color to something a little more fun. I like to use light background colors. So if one of these colors up here, let me show you what I just did. If one of these colors that's pre-selected, these are just our pre-selected colors. If these don't work, then what you can do is where it says didn't find your color, add a custom one. You can click right here and then you can name this color and you can add it here. So you'll click in this black box and that opens up the color wheel and you can kind of find, you can click here and go up and down and kind of find your color. You can also change the intensity of the color. So let's say if I like this pink, but this is really intense, I could come over here and lighten that up to a super light pink. Okay. And then I'll hit add color and you see it changed it to a light pink and it saved that color there for me. I'm actually going to change this to like a bluish because remember y'all said I like to go for that like Tiffany bluish type of color. So I'm going to go over here and get real white and I'm going to add a color and bam, there's my color. Okay. Now my form and my words are kind of close together too. So I'm going to just click on this words and I'm going to click down here in the margins and give like just a little bit of space. You can decide how much space you want. You can even go in between the numbers if you wanted to. But as you adjust on the right hand side, it will automatically adjust on the left hand side so you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay. So I think this is good. I'm going to hit save. This is my landing page. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Okay. Now you see how this form has this white box behind it. I kind of want my form to like blend in with the page. I don't want it to look like my form came from somewhere else. So I'm going to go back to the forms tab that the system opened up for me earlier right here. This is my form. And so I'm going to click on the background of my actual form. Ain't popping up. On the right hand side, I'm going to click on the styles and options, these little two lines with the dots. And I'm going to look for the background color. Let's see, there's background image. I know the background color is white right now. So let's see. There we go. Nope, that's the field style background. Let's look for form style background. And I'm going to take this slider and I'm going to slide it all the way over to the left-hand side. Do you see how my form kind of started disappearing? The background started disappearing. That means when I take that slider and I put it all the way over to the left-hand side, that means the background of my form is transparent. So I'm going to hit save right here. And the change that I made on my form right here is automatically going to reflect on my page right here. So I'm just going to hit refresh. And I'm going to give it a few minutes. And bam, you see now my form is blending in. It looks like it's directly on this page and that's what we want. So I'm just gonna hit save one more time and I'm gonna go to this mobile view to make sure it looks good. You know what? This words look really huge on mobile view. I'm gonna click this, I'm gonna stay in mobile view. You can edit in mobile view if you want to as well, but I'm gonna click this and I'm just gonna make this words a little bit smaller. There we go. So now it looks a little bit more realistic. I think I want to make these words a little bit smaller too. And honestly, y'all, this right here is all personal preference. If my ideal client was a little bit older, I might leave these words pretty large just because I want them to be able to read it. Okay, so there we go. That's my landing page. I'm going to hit save. The only other thing, or the only thing that is left to do, or two more things I want to show you. One, if you want to change the fonts, you'll go to this T with the box around it up here that says typography, and that will open up your headline font and your content font. I like the content font that the system already chooses. This is the default font that it chooses is Lotto because it's very easy to read. But I'm going to go to this headline font Montserrat. And I'm just going to click in the drop down. And there's a ton of fonts in here because this is connected to Google. And so you can choose all different kinds of like, ooh, that's nice right there. You can choose like all different kinds of fonts. Just look for one that kind of has the style that you want. I probably wouldn't go anything like too cursive looking because it's just kind of hard to see like that. Even that's kind of cool. It just gives it a little bit more character, right? So I think I like that. It gave it some character. I'm going to hit save. I can exit out of this. Okay. Now, last but not least, we're going to go to change the meta description. Okay. So, meta description is what pops up when you share this link. So, have you ever had someone send you a text message? They share a link to you, and then this image pops up, and you're like, what are you sending me? What is this preview image and all that? Right? That's what we're going to go edit right now. Okay. Normally, when you share your link, what pops up is if there's an image on this page, an image will pop up. So that's why one of the reasons why I say if you have an image of your elite magnet, I would definitely put it on here because when you share the link to this page, if someone sees it via text message or something like that, the image is going to pop up. Now, if the link is just sitting in your Instagram bio, there's not going to be an image pop up. It'll just be like a button that you can see. So I'm going to click where it says SEO metadata right here. This little notepad looking with the magnifying glass. You guys can see it. And this is the SEO preview. Okay, so if you share right now, nothing's going to be there. So I'm going to click in the drop down where it says content, and I'm going to give this page a title. So I'm going to name this Imposter Syndrome. No, I'm just going to name this High Value Women with Imposter Syndrome. That's what I'm going to name it. So if somebody were to search or see me in Google, this is what they would see as well. See, it's giving me the preview of what it looks like when someone sees me on the Google search. And right here, I'm going to put in a description of what's on this page in less than 155 characters. I'm actually going to go back to my copy and say, write me a meta description. I'm going to go back to my AI. Write me a meta description for this landing page that is under 155 characters. Okay, so I'm just going to let it write it for me because it makes my life easier. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it right here in the description. We got all of our green check marks here. I'm going to click update, save, and last but not least, last but not least, I know I said that like 3 times already. I'm going to hit publish. And when you hit publish on a new page, you're going to go to select the domain. And if you have more than one website connected, more than one website will show up. But I only have my one website. So it's just asking me, do I want to connect this to www.iamcoachkmarie.com or do I want to connect it to iamcoachkmarie.com? Both of them are the same, y'all. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to choose the first one and hit save. And I'm just going to hit publish one more time because I like to make sure it's saved. And we're done. This is now live on the internet. Let me show you where to grab the link, okay? You can click right here where you see this little eye, and that's going to open up a separate window for you to preview so you can see what it looks like for everybody else. But I'm going to go backwards here. And this right here is the link that you put in your bio and the link that you share, okay? Automatically, when anyone puts their information into your form, the system, CoachGrowth Solutions, is automatically going to take that person's information and it's going to put it in your contact section. So you can always click on contacts and go over there and you will see a list of everyone who has submitted through your form. All right. So that's how you build your landing page.